Put a front on that. What?
God dang, it looks like a freaking race shop in here.
Yeah.
All these engines just laying around.
Mm-hmm.
That little old Tacoma is pulling that big ass tractor.
Welcome to another video, guys. In today's video, if y'all are new to the channel, my name's Harry, and well, that's my twin turbo F-body Camaro. And this is my dad's piece of junk Dodge Ram. So we pulled the engine today. We got super bored. This engine's been sitting here in this truck for a good year. Dad got tired because this truck blew up the engine so many times already that he just got fed up and went and bought himself a GMC right there, as you can see it. And well, he left his truck in the dust. I went and picked up some engines for it, and out of 3 engines we're gonna make 1 engine. This is the carnage of what happened to this Dodge. Hey, Laddie, go outside. Check this valve out. The valve literally came out, the intake valve came out of its place and wedged itself in between the exhaust valve and where the intake valve should have went. Check it out, that's so crazy. I ain't never seen that before. It's stuck. It's now part of the head, and that's not coming off unless we beat it off, probably. But yeah, it melted the piston. Nice little hole. You can actually see the connecting rod and the piston pin right there. The engine also was locked up, so we couldn't take the torque converter off, or the bolts off to spin it, to take the bolts off. So the torque converter came out with the engine, and we have a ratchet strap holding the transmission up for now. And then we got the other 2 engines out back. Thank God one of them is good, and well, we're gonna make this run. Hopefully maybe tomorrow or the next day. Anyway, let's go. Going to the parts store right now to go pick up a couple bolts, because the bell housing bolts aren't long enough to go all the way through my engine stand. Or actually, that one's Dad's engine stand. So we're gonna go get some matching bolts that are a little bit longer so we can hang the engine up on the engine hoist. And that's Austin's car, and that's Megan's car. Alright guys, so we made a really good discovery with our 4.7 out of the Durango that I went and picked up. So apparently, for some reason, if the 4.7 in your Dodge is from prior to 08, those engines apparently have a 16 tooth reluctor wheel, but for some reason our reluctor wheel on this engine is actually a 32 tooth reluctor wheel, just like the 08 over there. Yet this engine is a 8 spark plug engine, like anything prior to 08 is, and our engine that's in the front of the house is a 16 spark plug engine, and it also has a 32 tooth reluctor wheel. But yeah, we have a bunch of 4.7s torn apart. We got that one, we got this one, and the one that's out front in front of the truck that came out of the truck. And these are the heads off of this engine, actually, right here. And as you can see, they have right here is the holes for the spark plugs. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 right there, and they don't have no holes on this side. The other head from 08 and up to 2013, they have spark plugs on this side of the head as well as on that side of the head, and I'm gonna show you that right now. So as you can see, the spark plugs are in there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. This is your intake side. No, this is your exhaust side of the head, is it? Let me see. Yeah, this is the exhaust side of the head, and it has the 4 spark plugs on the outside, and then you'd have 4 spark plugs on the inside as well, as like the other head had over here. But this one doesn't have those spark plug holes that go right here. It just doesn't have them on the exhaust side. That's a weird thing, but anyway, that's the only difference between the 2 engines. The bottom end happened to be identical, except for that this bottom end, well, we done took out 4 pistons, but this bottom end has flat top pistons, and the bottom end on the 08 style does not have flat top pistons, which is weird, but anyway, we're about to make it work. And this is a 5.0 that I bought. Showed it on Instagram the other day. It's a 5.0 out of a truck. Have no idea what I'm going to use it for or what we're going to do with it, but I got it for 50 bucks on Marketplace and I couldn't pass it up, so I went and picked it up just because it was so cheap. Honestly, I don't really have anything this can go into other than the Fox body, but that's not getting that. The Fox body's engine is right here. Y'all haven't seen that. This is the Fox body's engine. Ooh, all pretty. It's a flat top piston 5.3 that's actually bored out 50 thousandths, and it's missing a piston right there, and that is because this was a nitrous engine. See, flat top, they're all there except for one piston, and that was almost a nightmare because most of the time when you buy pistons, you buy a whole set. You either buy a full set of 8 or a full set of 4 or a full set of 6, depending on what your car is. But they don't just make a 1-cylinder engine with this big of a bore, and especially boards 50 thousandths over. But anyway, I got in contact with a couple companies and we actually found a piston for it. Ordered it. It's actually in the box inside. But hey, what'd you do with the piston for this?
It's laying down over there on the counter
in the house?
Yeah, in the laundry.
Alright, I'm gonna show you what happened to the piston of that 5.3, or I don't know what that is. It's actually bored out, so it's probably like a 5.5 or 5.6, because I think it's bored. The piston, the cylinder bore itself is actually a 3.89, so it's not as big as like a 5.7 liter. 5.7 is a 3.91 if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's 3.91, which that's the same bore size as what the CTSV has, or LS1 style bore. But anyway, this is the new piston right here. It's in this bag. Some cardboard on it. It's in this bag, 50 thousandths. I had to get in touch with a couple different reps from Engine Tech, and I actually got me one piston. See, it says P3078 and then 1 in parentheses. That means there's only one, and then 0.50 is 50 thousandths. But anyway, we got that piston, and where's one second, let me find the OG piston that came in this engine. I don't know where he put it at. He's crazy. I don't think it's in here. Another thing we got is this will be my wastegate dumps. They're gonna sit right here on the wastegate like this, and they're gonna face straight down for now, and the other side will do exactly the same. It'll be right here, sit there and just face down like that. And then I got the tubing for the exhaust, and that'll probably be going on sometime maybe this week, hopefully maybe next week, I don't know, not sure yet. Once we do that, we can cap that O2 bung right there and move the O2 sensor to right here. Just imagine this being a 4-inch pipe coming out the exhaust. The O2 sensor has to be at least 12 inches away from the outlet so that we can get a proper reading. Right now we're not really getting a proper reading, but anyway, still having fun with the car a little bit, not really getting into boost or anything, but yeah, this is awesome, guys. We're getting there. Hey guys, well, today we ended up wiring up the transbrake on the car, and with wiring the transbrake, now the car has reverse. And in reverse, the car also has a transbrake. Press this. Transbrake works.
4,000.
4,000?
Alright guys, so as y'all can see, the trans brake works. The car can do a burnout, obviously. What else? The reverse works. Now we don't have to push it everywhere. So trans brake works, reverse works. Next thing is get a little power. I'm gonna get a little plate that's gonna go mount right here and somewhere in this general area, and we're gonna run all the wires to there so they're very easily accessible, and we're also gonna mount the ECU straight onto that panel. And then the battery's gonna get located to the rear, and we're just gonna clean up the inside of the car. Other than that, the car is almost 100%. We got the little tubes for the wastegates right there. They're mounted. They're gonna be pointing straight down like as you see them right there, right in front of the front tires on both sides like that. And then we're gonna get the 4-inch exhaust pipe welded on and O2 bungs welded onto that, and then we're gonna be good. But the car's doing awesome, guys. Super excited. Each day we get a step closer and closer to it, and very, very soon it's gonna be at the track. I'd say it'd be ready, like fully completed, by next month. The car will be ready, maybe taking its first trip to the track, who knows. But yeah, that'll be all for today's video, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed it. We oh, one more thing before I go. We installed, you can't see it, but I bought a flexible brake line, so it's not all hard line anymore. We got a flexible brake line running there. We got one of the power buses already halfway installed over there for the wires, so all the power goes there. Only one wire runs to the battery instead of having 30 right there at the post. Oops. And what else did we do? Oh, I installed a fuel pressure sensor under the hood over there. In that general area, there's a fuel pressure sensor. So now I have a legit gauge and a fuel pressure sensor. So when I'm in the car, I can see what my fuel pressure is at. But also, if I'm not in the car, we're working out of the car, but the car is running, I can see my fuel pressure on the physical gauge under the hood. So it helps both ways. I can keep an eye on it in the car, and I can keep an eye on it when I'm not in the car. Now, that's all we have for today's video, guys. Please, I'm not saying that anymore, because that means I'm begging. If I say please like, subscribe, if you like the content, go subscribe. And like always, have a freaking awesome day.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Ayy, coming down like precipitation. I ain't never met a limitation. Constipated, plotting my elimination. Gotta go to Google for the information. I'm a superstar, so I gotta shine. Top dollar be the bottom line. Bottom feeding niggas out of line. Turn your heart rate to a dotted line. Yeah, my zodiac probably $sign. Got the energy to win it.